someone comes and says, if an American Christian comes and says, I think that we should try and have more charity and teach our children to live lives of charity and service and things like that. I mean, I don't take that's a Christian idea. That's unacceptable. You're imposing your Christian ideas. And if they do, I would never say that. These are good ideas. And if they do have some, for example, they say we want to teach, let's say that abortion is wrong, right? Then it's upon them to convince other people. If they can convince other people that this is a good idea, then other people will support them. If they can't convince other people, then they're not gonna win the argument, right? But I mean, so if I say, for example, let's take this. Let's say I want to. I'm a Muslim. I'm an influential Muslim businessman, and I say I think that the United States should regulate much more strictly interest and usury, and that there's a lot of exploitation happening in our society because of things like payday lending and exorbitant interest rates and credit cards and people who are suffering from predatory lending by mortgage companies and things like that. And my religion says that usury is an evil and exploitative, and I see it as harmful in the society, and I think it should be much more strictly regulated. And other people say, hey, that's a really good point. You're right. There is this payday lending, and there are these predatory lenders, and there are other things like that. Then who cares? I mean, they're not. I'm not imposing my beliefs on them. I've simply made an argument based on my religion that they find compelling for non-religious reasons. The job of Muslim scholars historically has been to help answer the question, what does God want from us? What does God want from us here and now? What does God want from us in this situation, given these circumstances, right? And so they can do their best to answer that question. They can offer their guidance in that. And if they come to a conclusion, then they can show other people what the argument was for that conclusion and help convince others that they also should embrace this and help inspire them to think that this is what their God and their prophet would want from them, and to use concrete examples from their tradition to show that. That's, I think, the job of the ulama. To help guide and to provide a language for understanding the role of their religion in any current time. One of the things that I've tried to argue in my books is to show people that a lot of the issues that Muslims debate are not Muslim issues, they're really global issues and human issues that other traditions have also dealt with. And that a lot of the big debates that people have today, Muslims have contributed to and have valuable contributions to. And that no one is going to suffer if positive contributions are made and included by Muslims, and if Muslims are part of that conversation, Muslims will also benefit. So that's, but I think the problem with that is, nobody sits around and gets upset that the Dalai Lama is offering Buddhist wisdom, or that a rabbi is offering Jew. Everyone says, "Oh, it's really interesting. That's inspirational. It's really helpful, right?" The problem is with Muslims is that everyone's suspicious of them, and they're constantly just wanting Muslims to behave in a certain way, to downplay their religion, to minimize their religion, and so when Muslims try to offer a unique perspective, usually it's greeted with suspicion, and that's unfortunate and it's unjustified, but it's a reality. I don't think we should stop trying. I think we should keep trying, and eventually, hopefully, people's attitudes will change.